In this tutorial we'll be adding animation and create a level description so that we can extend the game to more levels. The sprites are of two types, normal and super, and if we want to add animation we also need, after the level number, to add the frame animation number preceded by a dash. To add animation we also need to set the animation speed and the maximum number of frames in our animations. The animation speed can be set to everything that is non-zero at first, and you can tweak it afterwards. The maximum number of frames per animation depends on how many frames you've drawn for your character. In our case, we've drawn 4. We can start with a speed of 2 at first. Since we have no animation frames, all we see is the static sprites from before. But if the animation frame numbers wouldn't have been set to 0, the sprite wouldn't have been shown at all. You can duplicate sprites and draw them manually, but ideally you would have an animated GIF, which when uploaded spreads itself into these frames. The left and the right animations are identical, so you can use the same animation for one side and the other because the image is reversed automatically by the game. Unfortunately, this means if you have a left-handed or right-handed character and this shows during the sprite's animation, it is going to be visible. So you'll have to do separate sets of animations for left and right. But if you can create a symmetrical character, you can reuse the animation from one direction to the other. I'm just going to increase the speed to make walking seem more vivid and natural. We have no animation for the super state, so only the normal one has leg movement. The same naming convention is used for super and normal. Right means when it's in the right direction and left means in the left. In our case, we didn't have separate animations for left and right, so you're going to see the player character switching the sword from his left to his right hand. To create a level, or multiple levels actually, to extend your game, you have to write into the level descriptions list. The first line is the level number which you want. In this case we're going to start from 1, and then you start typing all the numbers that were used in the generate test level, except for those level nums which aren't numbers. You just copy paste or write numbers in the list one after the other, and you also write in the spaces, the blank spaces. So after power up we have 2 blank spaces, and then we start describing the zombie position. Just press enter after you're finished with one line and it will move on to the next. And here we make sure to leave 2 empty lines at the end. And that's the level described. And now, since it's no longer 0, we want to set the current level to 1 and the last level to 1 because we only have 1. And the game will read the level description list and create a level according to it. In this case, it did place everything in the level, but the level sprites need to also be renamed to 1 and the backdrop to 1, so that the level knows to switch to the appropriate sprites. And now the level is all confined to that description and it works again. And you can extend by writing more levels in the level description list, preceding each level with an @ and number sign. You can use the test sequence to map out your levels and extend it through the list. And that's it.